Chapter 1. The Last Stand. The air was thick with the acrid smell of smoke and the deafening roar of explosions. Captain Mira Zavala ducked behind the crumbling remains of a concrete wall, her heart pounding in her chest. She glanced at the handful of survivors huddled beside her, their faces etched with fear and determination. "This is it," she said, her voice steady despite the chaos around them. "Our last stand." The enemy had come without warning, their ships darkening the skies like a swarm of locusts. The Xirathi, a technologically advanced alien race, had long viewed humanity as a primitive and inferior species. Now, they had decided to eradicate them once and for all. Mira and her team had fought bravely, but they were vastly outnumbered and outgunned. The Xirathi's weapons cut through their defenses like a hot knife through butter, and their soldiers seemed to be immune to fear or fatigue. "Captain, what do we do?" asked a young soldier, his voice trembling. Mira looked at him, seeing the fear in his eyes. She knew he was barely out of training, thrust into a war he never expected to fight. "We keep fighting," she said firmly. "We may be the last of humanity, but we will not go down without a fight." She turned to the others, her gaze fierce. "We are the guardians of our species, the protectors of our legacy. If we fall here, let it be said that we fought with honor and courage until the very end." A cheer went up from the small group, their spirits lifted by Mira's words. They checked their weapons and steeled themselves for the battle to come. Suddenly, a deafening boom shook the ground, and a bright light filled the sky. Mira looked up, her eyes widening in disbelief. A massive Xirathi warship hovered above them, its weapons trained on their position. It was flanked by dozens of smaller ships, each one bristling with firepower. "This is it," Mira whispered, her heart sinking. "The end of the line." But as she watched, something incredible happened. A small, unassuming ship darted out from behind the Xirathi fleet, moving with incredible speed and agility. It wove between the enemy ships, evading their fire with seemingly impossible maneuvers. Mira's comm crackled to life, and a familiar voice filled her ear. "Captain Zavala, this is Commander Riker of the Endurance. We're here to help." Mira's heart leaped with hope, and she grinned fiercely. Maybe, just maybe, humanity had a chance after all. Chapter 2. Unexpected Allies. As the Endurance swooped in, dodging a barrage of Xirathi fire, Mira's comm crackled to life. "Captain Zavala, this is Commander Riker. We're here to help." Mira's eyes widened in disbelief. "Riker? I thought you were dead." "Reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated," Riker chuckled. "Now let's show these Xirathi what humanity is made of." The Endurance executed a daring maneuver, drawing the Xirathi's attention away from Mira's team. Seizing the opportunity, Mira rallied her troops. "You heard the man. Let's give 'em hell." As the battle raged on, Mira couldn't help but wonder how Riker and his ship had survived. The Endurance, though small, packed a punch, its advanced weaponry cutting through the Xirathi defenses like a hot knife through butter. Riker's voice came over the comm again. "Captain, we've got reinforcements coming. The remnants of the human fleet are on their way." Mira's heart swelled with hope. Maybe, just maybe, they could turn the tide of this war. She barked orders to her team, coordinating their efforts with Riker's ship. The Xirathi, caught off guard by the sudden resistance, began to falter. Their warship, once an imposing behemoth, now found itself besieged on all sides. As the battle reached its climax, Mira spotted a Xirathi fighter heading straight for the Endurance. Time seemed to slow as she realized the smaller ship wouldn't be able to evade in time. Without hesitation, Mira made a decision that would change the course of the war. She aimed her weapon, not at the fighter, but at a nearby Xirathi cruiser. The cruiser's shields flickered and died, leaving it vulnerable. "Riker!" Mira shouted into her comm. "The cruiser! Take it out!" Riker didn't need to be told twice. The Endurance unleashed a volley of missiles, striking the cruiser's weak spot. The cruiser exploded in a blinding flash, taking the fighter with it. As the smoke cleared, the Xirathi began to retreat. The arrival of the human fleet, coupled with the loss of their cruiser, had tipped the scales in humanity's favor. Mira slumped back in her seat, exhausted but elated. They had won the battle, but the war was far from over. As she watched the Endurance dock with her ship, she knew that the fight for humanity's survival had only just begun. Key points. Introduces Commander Riker and the Endurance as unexpected allies, providing hope and support for Mira's team. Shows the advanced capabilities of the Endurance, hinting at the potential for humanity to level the playing field against the Xirathi. Reveals that more human survivors are on their way, further bolstering their chances. Demonstrates Mira's quick thinking and strategic decision-making under pressure, leading to a pivotal moment in the battle. Ends with a victory for humanity, but also sets up the larger conflict and challenges ahead. Chapter 3. The Gathering Storm. As the dust settled from the recent battle, Captain Mira Zavala and Commander Riker stood side by side, surveying the wreckage of the Xirathi cruiser. The victory had come at a cost, with several of their own ships damaged and crew members injured. "We can't afford to celebrate just yet," Mira said, her voice heavy with the weight of responsibility. "The Xirathi will be back, and in greater numbers." Riker nodded, his eyes scanning the horizon. "My scouts report a massive Xirathi fleet gathering at the edge of the system. They'll be here within a day." Mira clenched her jaw, the reality of their situation sinking in. "We need to buy time for the other survivors to arrive. Every ship, every person counts." As they prepared for the impending assault, Mira couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. The Xirathi's tactics seemed too predictable, too straightforward. It was as if they were holding back, waiting for the right moment to strike. Riker's voice interrupted her thoughts. "Captain, we're receiving a transmission from an unknown source. It's using an old Earth frequency." Mira's heart raced as she listened to the garbled message. Through the static, a familiar voice emerged. Her mentor and former commander, Admiral Nadia Solis, long thought to be dead. "Captain Zavala, if you're receiving this, there's still hope. I have vital information that could turn the tide of this war. Meet me at these coordinates. Come alone." The transmission ended abruptly, leaving Mira stunned. Could it really be Nadia? And if so, what information did she possess that could change everything? Riker eyed her suspiciously. It could be a trap. The Xirathi have used deception before. Mira hesitated, weighing the risks, but deep down, she knew she had to take this chance. If there was even a sliver of hope for humanity's survival, she had to pursue it. "I'm going," she said, her voice firm with resolve. "You're in command until I return. Keep our people safe." As Mira prepared to embark on this secret mission, she couldn't shake the feeling that the fate of humanity rested on her shoulders. The gathering storm was about to break, and she would have to navigate through the darkness to find the light. Key points. Aftermath of the battle, with Mira and Riker assessing the situation and preparing for the next attack. Revelation of a massive Xirathi fleet gathering, increasing the stakes and urgency. Mysterious transmission from Admiral Nadia Solis, Mira's presumed dead mentor, offering vital information. Mira's decision to pursue this lead despite the risks, in hopes of finding a way to save humanity. Riker's suspicions and concerns about the transmission being a trap. Mira's resolve and determination to take this chance for the sake of humanity's survival. Sets up a new plot thread and raises questions about Admiral Solis and the information she claims to possess. Chapter 4. The Forgotten Bastion. As Mira and Riker navigate through the treacherous asteroid field, following the coordinates provided by Admiral Solis, tensions run high. The Endurance narrowly avoids collisions, its shield straining under the constant barrage of space debris. "Are you sure about this, Mira?" Riker asks, his voice filled with concern. "We're putting a lot of faith in a transmission from someone who's supposed to be dead." Mira's eyes remain fixed on the viewport, her determination unwavering. "I have to believe it's her, Riker. If there's even a chance that she has information that can help us, we have to take it." Suddenly, the asteroid field clears, revealing a massive derelict space station. Its hull is scarred and weathered, bearing the marks of countless battles. Mira's eyes widen in recognition. "The Forgotten Bastion," she whispers. "I thought it was just a legend." As they approach the station, a familiar voice crackles over the comm. "Mira, is that you?" Admiral Solis's image appears on the screen, her face etched with a mixture of relief and urgency. "Admiral, what is this place?" Mira asks, her voice filled with a mix of awe and trepidation. "It's a secret research facility, abandoned long ago," Solis explains. "It holds the key to our salvation, but we must act quickly. The Xirathi will stop at nothing to destroy it." Riker's voice cuts through the tension. "Incoming Xirathi fighters! They've found us!" Mira's heart races as she makes a split-second decision. "Admiral, we'll buy you as much time as we can. Prepare for our arrival." As the Endurance engages the Xirathi fighters, Mira can't shake the feeling that they're on the cusp of something both terrifying and awe-inspiring. The secrets hidden within the Forgotten Bastion could be humanity's last hope, but at what cost? The chapter ends with Mira and Riker fighting their way through the Xirathi onslaught, their resolve tested as they push closer to the secrets that await them within the Forgotten Bastion. Key points. Mira and Riker follow the coordinates provided by Admiral Solis, navigating through a treacherous asteroid field. They discover the Forgotten Bastion, a derelict space station that holds the key to humanity's salvation. Admiral Solis confirms her presence and the importance of the Forgotten Bastion. The Xirathi attack, forcing Mira and Riker to fight their way through to reach the station. The chapter ends with a cliffhanger, as Mira and Riker push closer to the secrets within the Forgotten Bastion, their resolve tested by the Xirathi onslaught. Sets up the Forgotten Bastion as a crucial location with secrets that could turn the tide of the war. Chapter 5. Secrets Unveiled. As the Xirathi onslaught intensified, Mira and Riker fought their way through the crumbling corridors of the Forgotten Bastion. The ancient space station groaned under the strain of the battle, its walls shuddering with each impact. "We're almost there!" Admiral Solis's voice crackled through their comms. "The central chamber is just ahead." Mira gritted her teeth, determination etched on her face. "We can't let the Xirathi reach it first." Riker nodded, his eyes scanning the shadows for any sign of movement. "I've got your back, Captain." They pushed forward, their weapons blazing as they cut through the Xirathi forces. The enemy's advanced technology seemed to falter within the Forgotten Bastion, as if the station itself was resisting their presence. Finally, they reached the central chamber, a cavernous space filled with ancient consoles and flickering holograms. Admiral Solis stood at the center, her face illuminated by the soft glow of the screens. "Mira, Riker, thank the stars you made it," she said, relief evident in her voice. Mira stepped forward, her eyes wide with wonder. "What is this place, Admiral?" Admiral Solis gestured to the consoles. "This, Mira, is the legacy of our ancestors. The Forgotten Bastion holds the key to our salvation." She tapped a few commands, and a holographic image sprang to life, depicting a massive, sleek ship unlike anything they had ever seen. "Behold, the enduring hope," Admiral Solis declared, "a marvel of human ingenuity and resilience, hidden away for generations, waiting for the moment when humanity would need it most." Riker stared at the image, his brow furrowed. "How is this possible? Why was this kept secret?" Admiral Solis sighed. "Our ancestors knew that the Xirathi would come one day. They built the Enduring Hope as a last resort, a way to ensure that humanity would endure, no matter the cost. Mira stepped closer to the hologram, her hand reaching out as if to touch it. What can it do? The Enduring Hope is more than just a ship, Admiral Solis explained. It's a mobile fortress, equipped with advanced technologies that can rival even the Xirathi. It's our chance to fight back, to give humanity a future. Suddenly the chamber shook violently, and the sound of Xirathi weapons fire echoed through the halls. "They've breached the station!" Riker shouted, readying his weapon. Mira turned to Admiral Solis, urgency in her voice. "How do we activate the Enduring Hope?" Admiral Solis pointed to a large, glowing console. "The activation sequence is inside that console. You'll need to initiate it manually." Mira nodded, determination burning in her eyes. "I'll do it. Riker, cover me." As Mira raced towards the console, Riker and Admiral Solis took up defensive positions, their weapons trained on the entrance. The Xirathi burst into the chamber, their energy weapons tearing through the air. Riker and Admiral Solis fought back, their shots finding their marks as they held the line. Mira's fingers flew across the console, inputting the activation sequence. The chamber began to hum with power, and the hologram of the Enduring Hope pulsed with energy. "Almost there," Mira muttered, her heart racing. With a final keystroke, the console lit up, and a deep, resonant voice filled the chamber. "Enduring Hope activated. Welcome aboard, Captain Zavala." As the Xirathi closed in, a blinding light engulfed Mira, Riker, and Admiral Solis. When it faded, they found themselves standing on the bridge of the Enduring Hope, the stars stretching out before them. Mira looked around in awe, her hand resting on the captain's chair. "We did it." Admiral Solis smiled, pride shining in her eyes. "This is just the beginning, Mira. With the Enduring Hope, we have a chance to turn the tide, to save humanity from extinction." Riker stepped up beside them, his gaze fixed on the viewscreen. "The Xirathi won't know what hit them." As the Enduring Hope powered up, ready to take the fight to the enemy, Mira felt a surge of hope and determination. Humanity had endured, against all odds, and now, with this marvel of their ancestors' creation, they would fight for their future, for the legacy of all those who had come before. The battle was far from over, but with the Enduring Hope and the unyielding spirit of humanity, they would face the challenges ahead, united and unbroken. Key points. Mira and Riker fight their way through the Xirathi forces to reach the central chamber of the Forgotten Bastion. Admiral Solis reveals the secret of the Forgotten Bastion, the Enduring Hope, a marvel of human ingenuity and resilience, hidden away for generations. The Enduring Hope is a mobile fortress equipped with advanced technologies that can rival the Xirathi. Mira activates the Enduring Hope, and she, Riker, and Admiral Solis are transported aboard the ship. With the Enduring Hope, humanity has a chance to turn the tide and fight for their future against the Xirathi. The chapter ends with a sense of hope and determination, as Mira, Riker, and Admiral Solis prepare to face the challenges ahead, united and unbroken. Chapter 6. The Enduring Hope. As the Enduring Hope emerged from the Forgotten Bastion, its sleek, angular form gleaming against the backdrop of space, Mira, Riker, and Admiral Solis stood on the bridge, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of the ship's consoles. The vessel hummed with power, a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of its creators. "This is incredible," Mira whispered, her eyes wide with awe. "I never imagined something like this could exist." Admiral Solis smiled, her weathered face softening. "Our ancestors knew the importance of preserving hope, even in the darkest of times. The Enduring Hope is a symbol of that legacy." Riker, ever the pragmatist, turned to the Admiral. "What capabilities does this ship have? How can it help us against the Xirathi?" "The Enduring Hope is equipped with advanced weaponry, shielding, and propulsion systems," Solis explained. but its true power lies in its ability to inspire and unite. As if on cue, the communications console chirped, and a holographic display sprang to life. The faces of human survivors from across the galaxy appeared, their expressions a mix of hope and determination. "Captain Zavala, Commander Riker," a grizzled man with a scar across his cheek spoke. "We've received your signal. The enduring hope is a beacon for all of us. We're ready to fight alongside you." Mira felt a lump form in her throat, overwhelmed by the show of solidarity. "Thank you," she managed, her voice thick with emotion. "Together, we will stand against the Xirathi and secure a future for humanity." The enduring hope set a course for the heart of the conflict, its crew united in purpose. As they approached the Xirathi fleet, the ship's advanced systems hummed to life, its weapons primed and ready. "This is it," Riker said, his jaw set. "The moment of truth." Mira nodded, her eyes fixed on the view screen. "We fight not just for ourselves, but for the generations to come, for the enduring legacy of humanity." The enduring hope charged forward, a symbol of hope and defiance against the darkness. The final battle for humanity's survival had begun, and with the enduring hope leading the charge, they would face it head-on, united and unbroken. As the Xirathi fleet loomed before them, Mira stood tall, her voice ringing out across the bridge. "This is Captain Mira Zavala of the Enduring Hope. To all ships, engage the enemy. For Earth, for humanity, for our future." The story ends with a sense of hope and determination, as the enduring hope and the united human forces face off against the Xirathi in a pivotal battle. The ending leaves room for the reader to imagine the outcome, while emphasizing the resilience and unity of humanity in the face of overwhelming odds.